Hello, and welcome to Back to School Night for Capriccio. Capriccio is our third hour choir here at Rocky Mountain High School. And as you can see from this list, these are the groups that we have at Rocky. Capriccio is our entry level mixed group, Combrio is our intermediate level. And then down at the bottom, you can see Prima Voce and Rocky Mountain Singers. Those are our top level treble and mixed choirs. And then in the middle of that slide, you see Lobos and Bellobos, which are our non auditioned outside of school groups for tenors and basses and treble voices, respectively. And then Echoes, Peak Acapella, and Sirens are three audition groups that meet outside of the school day. That makes up our entire department. My name is Chris Thompson, and I am one of the two choral directors at Rocky. Mrs. Elizabeth Howeiler is the second, and then we have an amazing accompanist, Andrew Hahn, who has just joined us this year. We're really excited to work with him. As you can see there's my email and my desk phone. You can reach out to me anytime with concerns, questions, or for perhaps more information or clarification, or if you have specific concerns about your student, feel free to contact me. Um, as we as we go through the year, and as we get started, especially, we want you to understand what we're trying to achieve with your students, what we would like them to get out of the choral program here at Rocky, whether it be they're here with us for a year or all 4 years. Our sincere hope is they do sing with us for 4 years. We think it's a really valuable experience in high school, and we think that it offers a great deal to their overall growth as a person, as a leader, and it enriches their life and their potential down the road. We do all this through focusing on skills and technique, how to use the voice, and growing in the understanding of the voice, the techniques that will help foster lifelong use of the voice with understanding of healthy technique and how to grow through all phases of vocal development. We do also focus on sight reading and rhythm reading in our music literacy so that students can walk away and be able to pick up a piece of music and do that work on their own and understand and make that music. We also do a lot of work in their first year with music theory and then their second year with music history. And then all those lessons they learn help grow that musicianship, but also apply to those upper level groups in their third and fourth year in the program, where the music theory and history are more just a part of the study of the music, not a specific curriculum, which is what we offer during their first and second years with us. And our focus really again is on confidence and self-esteem, building those areas, building character, understanding personal responsibility, dedication, work ethic, how to get from point A to point B, and coming together and collaborating as a team, finding creative ways to solve problems. And then we also focus a great deal on the Lobo way, which hopefully you've been hearing a little bit about from your students and will hear more about as you go through their first year at Rocky. Communication obviously is a very important thing. One area that you can find tons of info is on the Rocky Mountain High School website. So I will go to that website right now and just show you. As you can see, there's the music tab right there on that home page, and it should load up there. And then we have information about choirs here in the middle, bands and orchestras, our accompanist and secretary information, and then some information about theater. And on this side, you can see there's our individual web pages and the music calendar and handbook can be located here. So hopefully that is helpful to you in finding some information. I just showed you where that handbook and calendar can be located, and the calendar does contain concerts and events. We've also included that information in the students' syllabus, which we handed them last week, as well as a calendar breakdown for the whole year. So please ask them for that. If you don't get that, please let me know, and I can email you one, or I can send you one, or can leave one for you to pick up, or send one home with your student so that you have a hard copy, perhaps for your refrigerator or your personal calendar. And then finally, another great way to just see what's going on, if you wish, is are through our teacher learning pages. These can be accessed through the Rocky Mountain High School website, and they also include access to Google Classroom. So we'll go back here, and if you go back to the first page, and you can see About Us under About Us and Teacher Learning Pages, you can access that material if it loads. And what you'd see on that page, I apologize. Go down to my name in this case is Christopher Thompson right there. And you click on that site and it will pull up this web page. And I'm updating this currently, but you can see I will have a message up here that I'll probably update once a quarter. Then my schedule is located here, and then links to the Google Classrooms for your students, and then also some other links I thought were important. You can also see that the Rocky Choir webpage is here, the Rocky Mountain High School webpage, if you want to link to those. And then what your students and you can do is you can then see some individual announcements and access to our weekly planner. So these are my goals for the year for our students in various classes. This is Prima Voce's section, and here is your students Capriccio. And these are just links to some of the information. We'll have a class calendar that we'll develop, although I've handed them a hard copy. Information about crossover schedules for students that are in band and choir. And then I have links to our class syllabus. Some of the materials we use outside of class or online, Sight Reading Factory, Sound Trap, and Choral Tracks. And then here is our planner. And then this planner actually tells you and the students what we'll be doing each day. So you can actually click on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday and see what types of things we'll be doing during the week. Then that way, if they miss a class, they can see what they need to make up to get their points back. Important information like that. So hopefully it's beneficial. And then that also links, as I said, to the Google Classroom, which, as you can see, I'm still filling out for this year. But you'll have streaming information where I might be posting just notes to the students, reminders, and then classwork. And I can show you what that will end up looking like is it'll have a series of information on the left side that they can look to. So here's all the units of theory. They'll have direct access to that. How-to videos, just basic information, practice materials, things that would be beneficial. I'll also post announcements here and then various other materials that they might need. So that's just basically a one-stop shop for everything we'll do in class during the year. So hopefully that's beneficial to you all. Upcoming events, I think, that are important. Your students won't be involved in the vocal jazz retreat, but the Capriccio Informants, we'd love to see you all there, is on September 14th. That'll be outside in our courtyard at Rocky, 6 p.m. And then if you'd like to see what the first hour groups do, there's going to be a concert on September 21st. And then the other big event that you'll really want to take note of is October 11th. That's when all the choirs, including Capriccio, will perform for the first time together. That's going to be very exciting. Other important information, we'll use Synergy for grading and communication. I'll email out through that. As you can read in the music handbook and then the music syllabus, choral music syllabus that I'll post online in Google Classroom and the teacher learning page about how we grade specific point breakdowns, grades for theory, daily attendance, and concerts. As I mentioned, Google Classroom is important. And then the other two things I'd like to focus on: self-advocacy. We talked to the students about this last week. Really important for them to just try to advocate for themselves. If they have a concern with me or with another student, is just to come to me and speak directly to me, and we can try to solve the problem together. I'm happy to speak with parents and students together as well, if that's helpful. But really getting them to come forward and really advocate for what they need in class and for me directly. And we really look to do that in the music program. And then we would love to have you volunteer. I'll speak with you more specifically as we get into the year about maybe some needs for rides or volunteering at events and help that we would love to get from you all as we go through the year. Other questions that we know come up are chamber ensembles. That's Lobos, Bellabos, and the chamber and jazz groups, a cappella groups that meet outside of class. Lobos and Bellabos will start this week, and I posted some materials for the students about when we're going to meet, mornings and lunches this coming week. And that's a non-audition. They can just show up and they can get credit for that class. It does not affect the rest of their schedule. The other groups, Echoes and Sirens, have already been auditioned for this year, but this coming week we'll be auditioning for Peak A Cappella, and your students are welcome to audition for that group, and they can also get credit for that. And then at the end of the year, they'll advance in the program. We all complete an audition, which is basically just a measure of their growth through the year to help them learn what they need to work on and what they can do to improve, but also helps us see where they're at so we can place them appropriately in a group for the following year. That's how they can advance through the program. And finally, just briefly want to talk about fundraising opportunities. We'd love for you to support us. There's three direct ways you can do that. Grocery cards is one. We have a King Soopers Community Rewards and Safeway gift card programs. Mrs. Pettinger in our music office has the gift cards for Safeway. King Soopers Community Rewards is through your loyalty rewards card. And so you can sign up through that online. And she has some specifics about how to do that. She'll email out. You can also sign up to support Rocky Mountain Music Support Organization on Amazon Smile. And so basically anything on Amazon that you get, um, a there'll be a percentage from Amazon that's given back to us, and you can sign up through your Amazon account to do that. And then finally, after you'll actually be hearing this after students have heard about it, and then we'll be emailing out the Giving Bean coffee fundraiser. So there's a company called the Giving Bean, and it helps support school organizations. And we're going to be doing that as a fundraiser to help your students raise money for the fees. That's their polos and their technology and notebook fees for this year. I think it's a great way for students to be able to do that, and that also helps support the department throughout the year. So we're going to push out information through the students, and then through Teacher Learning Page and Google Classroom, and we'll also email you about that. But it's going to be a great opportunity. Students will be able to directly fundraise to pay the fees for music, and then we'll do some other things throughout the year to help them pay for fees later in the year and or in future years for uniforms and other events that we do. So that's going to be really exciting. Look for that information. And just to give you an idea, the fundraising efforts have helped do a lot. The mirrors in the choir room, the piano, grand piano that we have, the library shelving units that we use for all areas of the department, both in the choral room and the offices, the computers and recording equipment in the classrooms, and our AV equipment, all have been been fundraised by grocery card programs, and now things like the Giving Bean and Amazon Smile. So we're very appreciative of all you do. Hopefully, this wasn't too long. And if you do have other questions or confused about anything or concerned about anything, please definitely reach out via email or through my phone number. I'll just go back to that. There you go. If you need that, so you can snap a picture of it or screenshot. And we hope you have a great evening. Thanks for taking the time. And we hope that you take care. Bye now.